Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series we're going to be going over the Mars signs, okay? Mars and the signs, and in this episode we're going to be talking about Mars in Capricorn. So having Mars in Capricorn in your birth natal chart, okay? And this is important for everyone because the more you understand placements, the better you'll be able to read and analyze your own chart and understand astrology in general. So definitely watch the video regardless if your Mars is in Capricorn or not. And before we get into Mars and Capricorn, definitely want to remind you, if you want to book a reading with me, you certainly can. All you have to do is email me at samastralreadings@gmail.com. That's samastralreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back with you. So getting back into Mars and Capricorn, okay? And Mars is the planet that represents your energy, your adrenaline, okay, our physical bodies, our relationships with our physical bodies, our energy, okay. It rules our temperament, okay, our raw sexuality. So the first thing I can say about Mars and Capricorn people, energetically, this is a more slower, strategic energy, okay. Mars and Capricorn people are not like the Mars and fire signs where they're just out there motivated. Because it's in an earth sign, it's more structured, it's about stability, it's about boundaries. So they're slower to their energy because they're more strategic, okay? They're not going to just pop off and move based off of instinct. It's all much strategic, and again, earth slows down the fire of Mars. So Mars and earth signs are a lot more strategic and slower in their movement, but it doesn't make their movements any weaker, really, at all. It just makes it more strategized, and it also means that they have a much more chiller type of energy. So Mars and Capricorn is more chiller on the energy, okay? With that being said, okay, Mars and Capricorn, these people have a very aggressive discipline, okay? Capricorn, it's all about hard work, discipline, boundaries, practice, you know. And Mars is the assertiveness, the aggressiveness. So a lot of Mars and Capricorn people have a very assertive discipline, okay? They are really motivated when it comes to work, when it comes to discipline, when it comes to strategy, when it comes to boundaries, when it comes to labor. So these are hard workers, okay? I like to say Mars and Capricorn people are very hard workers. These are people that can work through lots of uncomfortable situations because, again, they're used to the boundaries and the discipline and the structure of Capricorn. And they can assert themselves through the obstacles, okay? So that Mars gives them that energy. So that's why I say they're hard workers, because again, they're Capricorns, they're disciplined, but that Mars gives them that motivation to push through. So it's like an extra boost. So the discipline here is very assertive. They know how to assert their discipline. They know how to assert their responsibilities, and they know how to put that energy into their work, put that discipline and that energy into their work. So this can make for very responsible, hard-working, hard-achieving people, okay? This is a hard worker. You got to think about Capricorn and them boundaries and them obstacles, and then you're getting that assertive energy from Mars, you know. So they're very disciplined, and also they're very disciplined because they're used to a lot of discipline being asserted towards them, being pushed at them. So with Mars and Capricorn, you could it can manifest in a way where you have people kind of disciplining you in a very assertive way, okay? And that's what builds your discipline in general, because you're used to it and it comes at you very hard. Now, it's not easy, but you can handle it because, again, you're Capricorn. You have that discipline, that type of structure to handle those obstacles. Those are really assertive obstacles. So definitely very hard workers, have a very assertive discipline. And it's something important to know because, you know, Mars and Capricorn to me is like one of the best placements when it comes to work ethic and accomplishing, you know, big things. You know, these people have the power and the motivation to do it, and the patience, because you need the best of both. you need that Mars, which is that assertion to like put yourself out there and start it and do it. But you need that Capricorn to keep you in there, to keep you disciplined, to keep you doing it. So having best of the both worlds makes you a very a person that can accomplish a lot of things, okay? Because you're assertive, you know how to go out there and do it, and you have the discipline to keep it going. So very strong, very much the best of both worlds. Mars in Capricorn, this is even good for athletes or people in the military, because again, it's, you know, Mars in Capricorn reminds me of the military, because again, it's that discipline, but in a very assertive way. You see how, you know, the military, how it works, how it's all about discipline, structure, routine, and it's brought to you in a very assertive way. It's like, go, do. You got to get into the mode. And that's the energy I think of when I think of Mars and Capricorn people. I think of like a military type of discipline, this aggressive, assertive energy when it comes to discipline. And this is really good because this can spill over to a lot of things, everything in life. That's why I also say athletics, okay, is even a good thing for Mars and Capricorn people to go into, because they have the discipline and the energy. Just like the military, athletics, it operates in the same way. It deals with a lot of energy, your physical body. When you're dealing with sports and athletics, you're dealing with your physical body energy, but you're also dealing with the discipline. There's a way to how to play it. There's skills. There's being in shape, you know, the practice, you know, the constant conditioning of the body, and then the discipline of learning the sport and stuff like that. All of that. That's why I say athletics is really good for Mars and Capricorn people. Very much too, because these people have the motivation, the discipline to do a sport. And that's really what you need in a sport. You need the motivation, the energy, okay, that athleticism, but then you also need the discipline, okay, to understand the sport, to learn how to play it, to condition your body and all that type of stuff. So Mars and Capricorn, very hard workers, great for athletics and great for just accomplishing anything you want to in life. You know, you can do it with that Mars and Capricorn energy. And this is why this is such a great placement, because Capricorn is all about being successful, okay? It's a cardinal earth sign. So it initiates its structure. It initiates the practicality of building and doing all that. Capricorn is an initiator, likes to start the project. And there's nothing that's more starting than Mars, okay? The ultimate gas, the ultimate engine, the ultimate motivator. So this is a person who's highly motivated, okay? I have Mars in the 10th house. 10th house is ruled by Capricorn and Saturn. So this energy is very relatable to me. Like, I'm highly motivated when it comes to my career, what I want to accomplish, what I want to build. You know, these are things that just naturally give me a strong sense of motivation. So Mars and Capricorn people, really, really great for accomplishing things, really great for athletics and this kind of assertion. Also, with Mars and Capricorn, this can manifest also into a physically active career. Capricorn rules our career, our big jobs, what we're known for doing in our whole lives. And we put in Mars. Mars is about action. So your career can definitely be something that involves physical activity. So again, it could be sports, or it could just be a job that consists of lots of movement, okay? Because Mars is that mover. And you put it into Capricorn, your career, lots of movement in your career. So you, as a Mars and Capricorn people, you might find it appealing to choose a career field that's very physical, that gets you moving, that has a lot of adrenaline. So definitely look at that. You know, you want some action in your career. Also, with Mars and Capricorn, you're not only want action and movement, but you're also very independent, okay? And almost like a leader. Mars and Capricorn are leaders. These are people who are very independent because they've been disciplined a lot and they've been pushed to motivate themselves to accomplish what they need to do. So these people are very highly motivated by themselves. They're very independent. And because they're very independent and highly motivated, they're easily leaders, okay? Easily leaders in their careers. leadership positions in their careers, boss. This is like boss energy, leadership energy, independent energy, okay, with that Mars in Capricorn, because Mars is independent and it does what it wants and it stands on its own. And you're doing this in Capricorn in the place of career, okay? So people are going to look at you like a leader, like an independent person, like someone who does what they want. And you have that energy, okay? That's why you're able to approach your career the way you want to in such an assertive ways, because you're very independent, you're very strong, you know, you have those skills to independently motivate yourself. And that is definitely a leader. Before you could be a leader, you need to learn how to be independent and lead yourself. So Mars and Capricorn, this is very independent people. These are people who are self-motivated. They don't need people around them. They can do it themselves, okay? And they become huge role models in that sense. A lot of people will look up to a Mars and Capricorn because of their independence and their will, their strong will. So with Mars and Capricorn, these people are very strategically ambitious. And I say strategically ambitious because, again, this is another pigging back to, again, the best of both worlds when it comes to Mars and Capricorn. Capricorn being the strategy, and Mars being the ambition. So looking deeper into why these people can become very successful is because they're very strategic and ambitious. So Mars and Capricorn people, they come up with a plan and then they execute it. And that is such an amazing thing, and it's such an aspect to understand about Mars and Capricorn people, and why this is such a strong placement is because of the execution and the strategy behind the execution. So with like the Mars and the fire signs, like Mars and Aries especially, very assertive, very great execution. They know how to do, but they don't think, okay? Mars, you know, the Aries, Mars in general is not a thinker. But Capricorn brings that stability, brings that strategy, brings that thought. So with Mars and Capricorn people, this is someone who executes but has a strategy behind them. Right? And this is why they're slower, okay? And slower doesn't necessarily make it worse, okay? This is actually a Mars placement where it's slow, but it still works really well. And I say that with Capricorn because their strategy behind what they're doing. So they don't just execute things and just go and then worry about the repercussions later. They strategize. And it's not even just worrying about the repercussions, but it's also about knowing how to successfully achieve what is it that you want to do. And to execute something is great, but it can be hit or miss, all right? But when you have strategy, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. It might take longer, but it's gonna hit. And that's what makes these people so successful. This is Mars and Capricorn is like a successful type of energy because, again, that strategy and execution, best of both worlds when it comes to career, job, wealth, money, reputation, and building something on here. Again, you got the execution and the strategy. So definitely a very interesting point. Also, with Mars and Capricorn, this can manifest a very disciplined body. Mars rules our physical body, okay? Even our muscular system, specifically. With Capricorn here, Capricorn's putting boundaries, okay? So this can boundaries and discipline and manifesting in the body, because this is Capricorn and Mars. So we're talking about the physical body. So this can manifest in many ways, okay? This could be, let's talk about the good way, okay? The positive way this manifests is that you can get your body together. Very similar to like a Mars and Virgo. You can, because of that discipline in your body, you have the ability to discipline your body, whether it be your diet, working out, okay? Whatever it is that you need to do, Mars and Capricorn can discipline their body, okay? Because that Capricorn energy and that execution with their body. So Mars and Capricorn people, very disciplined when it comes to their physical body. You can, work out and really build a very athletic body. You can gain weight, lose weight, do whatever it is that you need to do because you have a very disciplined relationship with your physical body, okay, with Mars and Capricorn. So great for working out, great for being in shape. The same reasons why a Mars and Capricorn can be great at athletics and stuff like that. But another way that this can manifest in a more of a negative way, but even not really, but how it can manifest in a negative way is this can also do with boundaries to the bodies, like injuries, okay? Injuries to the body. Capricorn rules like the skeletal system, and Capricorn puts boundaries in our body, so this could look like injuries, okay? This can look like trying to do something and you can't, okay? This can look like breaking bones, like stuff like accidents and stuff like that, because of, again, the discipline on the physical body. So sometimes you got to learn from your mistakes. Sometimes you got to, break injure a body part or two. Like, and I don't mean like it doesn't have to be like a major injury, it could just be like you sprained something, but these kind of injuries and like are disciplines to kind of help you be more disciplined with your body, to have a more disciplined relationship with your physical body. So basically what I'm saying is, yes, you can have a very disciplined relationship with your body in terms of like working it out and building it and all that type of stuff, but it can also manifest in you hurting your body in order to learn. Okay, disabilities in your body, injuries in your body, certain things like that happening so that you can learn how to be more disciplined with it. Okay, Capricorn sometimes is like karma, and then you put in Mars, it's like karma to the body. Also, when we talk about our Mars sign, we're talking about our raw sexual energy as well too. And when you put this in Capricorn's discipline. So like the Mars and the fire signs, they're like really hypersexual, just like Mars. They just wants to go. But with Mars and Capricorn, this is a slower, more strategic sexual energy. Okay, it's not necessarily low or high or anything, but it's about being more disciplined. So you're going to be more strategic when it comes to sex, more careful, more disciplined. This is Capricorn. It's about strategy. It's about planning. It's about preparing. So you're gonna have to, again, prepare before you before you express your sexual energy. There might be even boundaries when it comes to how you express yourself sexually. You might not be comfortable with Mars and Capricorn. Okay, you might want to be more conservative, okay, with Mars and Capricorn, because Capricorn isn't defined by sex. Capricorn's about discipline. It's about work. So you put it in this Mars placement, you're going to have a more disciplined approach to your sexual energy, and you're not going to have like this like hyper beast, sexual energy. It's be something that you have to prepare for. And Mars and Capricorn people are people like that. They like to prepare before they, have sex with someone. They like to prepare and strategize for it. Because again, it's that conservative energy, it's that carefulness, and it's the boundaries that Capricorn brings into that Mars energy. So yeah, these people can be a little bit more conservative, maybe a little bit more shy, maybe more planning things out, and slower to their sexual energy because it's a build for them. Mars and Capricorns can be really amazing when it comes to sex, like really great because of the strategy and the carefulness and the energy that they put into it. They really work. So just like they can be good athletes with their moving bodies, it's the same thing, with their sexual energy. So they can really put their work into it and put their energy and all to it because they planned and they prepared. So it's some great sex, but it's definitely slower in terms of embracing that energy and executing that energy so directly like the other signs. Also, the relationship with your sexuality with Mars and Capricorn can be a business thing too. Okay, talk about boundaries. A lot of these people can, I would say, sex their way to the top. So use that energy to climb into their careers. Like, I'm not doing it unless you got money. Or, that type of thing. Using sex as a materialistic reward. But because this is Capricorn, this is more like career. So using that to climb up into your career. I'm not saying all Mars and Capricorn people do this, use sexual energy to climb their career, to get to the top. It's just a possible manifestation. Okay? And it can also just mean that, you don't really find sex and activity unless there's some type of materialistic reward or some type of stability that comes with it. You know, you're not just doing it for the energy and expression of it. This is Capricorn, it's business. So again, that's that, you know, using sex, you know, to climb your way to the top or to get something of a materialistic reward. That could definitely be a manifestation when it comes to Mars and Capricorn. Also, with Mars and Capricorn, you want to be careful with fighting in your career, okay? You know, tapping into your career, you could be, and this can manifest for so many reasons, like tapping into your career, you could be super competitive. Okay, Mars and Capricorn people are very competitive when it comes to their career. You know, they see everyone else, they see who they got to take out, they see who they want to compete with. Like, they're very competitive when it comes to their careers, but this competitiveness can cause fights, it can cause tension, it can cause controversy. So you want to be careful, because even as ambitious as you are, you can overdo it with that Mars energy and, you know, become combative when it comes to your career. Okay, and can cause fights, tension within your career because you're so aggressively going for it. You're stepping on other people's shoes to get up in, and that can cause tension. And then you're fighting with this other person to get that. You know, there could be lots of tension within the career. So be mindful of that, Mars and Capricorn, entering a jobs and stuff like that to deal with your career and your purpose. Understand that your ambition, your fire, can definitely ruffle other feathers and can cause some tension. It can get serious, so be mindful of that, Mars and Capricorn, because you're really good when it comes to career, but it could definitely backfire and cause a lot of destruction with that Mars energy. Okay, so lots of fights in the career, lots of competition. So be careful with that. People can compete with you a lot. It causes you to compete. Lots of competitiveness, lots of tension, lots of aggressiveness. So again, you can cause a lot of tension, lots of fights. Be very careful of that, because that could be your downfall. Yes, that is Mars and Capricorn. This is a very powerful placement. These people are very ambitious. Okay, Capricorn is ambitious, but that Mars energy just takes it to times 10. And again, Capricorn being so strategic, it gives Mars that strategy that it doesn't have. So not only are you motivated, because Capricorn's highly motivated, it's a cardinal sign. Not only highly motivated with that Mars cosign and that cardinal energy, but you're also disciplined. Okay, so that's why a lot of astrologers say that Mars and Capricorn is a glorified placement. It's a really benefiting placement. It's because of the amount of ambition, the amount that can be accomplished with this energy. You know, this energy is accomplishment. And because they're so well disciplined, they're prepared. Okay, this is not just Mars just running in. This is Mars much older. This is Mars with strategy. This is Mars with a plan. So there's so much success that can be manifested, that can happen with this placement. So you Mars and Capricorn people, definitely push and go out there. You're very blessed. Just make sure you don't get into too much tension in your career where you start fighting. But yes, that's Mars and Capricorn. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I have a very similar placement. I have Mars in the 10th house. But yes, and if you guys did enjoy it, definitely book a reading with me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. Just email me at samastroreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back to you. And thank you for watching, and I'll check you guys out on the next episode.